Hey, this is Justin, your mobile real estate resource, live here, and this is episode 3 of Ask JB, an online resource where you can ask me any questions about real estate, food, fun, life, what have you. And tonight is our 3rd episode of Ask JB, and I've been getting questions all week from colleagues, friends, past clients, and just people I've come across. So I've got some stuff here tonight, and we're going to make this one a little bit quick, just because we know everybody's getting ready for the Memorial Day weekend. It's my daughter's birthday. I'm going to take one day off. We'll see. But here's the first question. First question here is, Justin, when can I remove mortgage insurance? And I get this question all the time. And I actually had this from Nestor, one of my past clients, when we ran into each other in my neighborhood in Lake Balboa. And I told him there's couple options. One, you can pay down the balance to below 80% loan to value from your original purchase price. So if you bought a house for $100,000, your loan would have to be under $400,000 to remove it automatically. Another option, which he kind of had a little confusion, and that's why I want to clarify this, is he thinks if the values have gone up, and they have, he bought his place for about $500,000, his place is probably worth $600,000, but realistically, you have to stay in the home for at least 2 years, and this is for Fannie and Freddie Mac loans. You've got to pay down, you've got to have 12 months of on-time payments for 2 years. You can't be late in the last 12 months. Blah, sorry, my tongue's tripping up on me. So 2-year mortgage history in the same property, no lates in the last 12 months before a conventional lender will allow you to review and see if you can remove it based on appreciation in the home. If you want to get rid of the mortgage insurance prior to a 2-year anniversary, you have to show receipts of all your improvements to show a substantial increase in equity to justify the removal of the mortgage insurance. And just to clarify, I get a lot of people calling me. FHA mortgage insurance is not the same as conventional loan Fannie Freddie Mac mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance premium is what you have with FHA loans. And after 2012, when the guidelines for FHA changed, you cannot get rid of the mortgage insurance premium with an FHA loan that is underwritten after, I want to say, June 2012. Don't quote me, and if you want to correct me, please feel free to type in the comments. I know I've got some lenders out there that may be watching. So that answers that question. To get rid of mortgage insurance, you got to basically pay down the balance to 80% or under based on the original sale price of the property, or wait at least 2 years and then review the equity position of the property. Can't have any lates in the last 12 months, or improve the property drastically, have receipts to substantiate the increase in value. So that's that question, question number 1. Question number 2, this comes from my buddy Rick. And Rick, this was a great question. Thank you so much for bringing it to our attention. How do I feel about the Dodd Frank repeal? The Dodd Frank Act was enacted to basically fix the problems of the mortgage crisis in the last real estate cycle. And you know, I'm a little biased because I was a mortgage lender. Our Congressman Dodd and Mr. Frank, they were getting sweetheart deals with Countrywide, and essentially they were, you know, taking advantage of getting deals that you and I couldn't get because they were politically connected. So they created the Dodd Frank Act to essentially help protect consumers, but one of the consequences was everything costed more. So the rolling back of Dodd Frank, I'm a little impartial because I'm biased, but the idea is, with bank regulations, the only people that really benefited were big banks. So the credit unions, the local lenders, the community banks, they all went out of business because of some of these regulations. It just cost way too much money and red tape for these people to be profitable. So mortgage lending kind of went to the big banks. Thankfully, the market has recovered, and that's coming around. And this is a natural cycle. I don't want to talk politics. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but when relaxed lending gets too loose and there's too many people jumping on ship, that's a sign things are a little frothy. I don't think we're anywhere near there yet, so no real reason for concern. It's really just clickbait headline stuff. This has been an issue for a lot of lenders I've discussed with behind the scenes. The regulations have just made things so difficult for a lot of normal people because not everybody fits into that W-2 box. As a self-employed person, it's very difficult to get financing. So we'll see where that one goes. And that was a great question, Rick. And thanks for sending me that article about that mortgage lender who is, I don't want to say taking advantage of the situation, but he's got a great niche and he's playing it. Questionable as far as what he's doing, but hey, I can't knock a guy for trying to make a buck. I just know what I do is ethical, and I'm always looking out for my client's best interests so that I don't have to worry about where my next piece of business is coming from. And then number 3, this is a fun question. Justin, what is your favorite cocktail over the Memorial holiday? Now, I am a gin and tonic guy, but I've slowly become an old-fashioned guy. But in the summer, I love my Moscow mules. But I've also learned to make what I call my Puerto Rican rum mule, whatever you want to call it. It's essentially the same thing as a Moscow mule, just switched it out for spiced rum. So you need 1 part of either, you can use the spirit, vodka, rum. I've had people even do it with whiskey, and then 3 parts ginger beer, and there are tons of ginger beers. Bundaberg is one of my favorites. Comes in a little barrel bottle. It's really spicy. I even like to muddle a little bit of ginger in there just to give it a kick, and then some mint. And you got a great cocktail, tons of ice in this hot weather. We'll see if it's gonna be warm this weekend or not. That is one of my favorite drinks. So that's pretty much it for episode 3 of Ask JB. We wanted to keep it short and sweet. Next week, we'll be asking more questions just because we know everybody is in vacation mode and checking out. And I just wanna wish everybody out there a great holiday weekend. Be safe. Just remember, don't drink too much. That's what Uber's for. If you wanna have a good time, be safe. And make sure to have a great weekend. This is Justin, your mobile real estate resource, over and out. Peace.